Brandon, Christina, back with you on SportsCenter. Receive a football well, get a well-received big check. Dolphins Tyreek Hill feeling good this morning. The wide receiver agreed to a restructured contract worth $90 million over the next 3 years, with $65 million of it guaranteed. However, no time was added to Hill's already 4-year, $120 million extension. The now $106.5 million is updated, fully guaranteed money. That's the most ever for a wide receiver. To go along with that restructured deal, Hill was voted as the #1 player on the NFL Top 100. It's just the 4th time in the 14-year history of the countdown that a non-quarterback tops the list, and the first time the top player is a wide receiver. Here's his quarterback reaction.
Man, that's my dog. That's my dog. Oh my gosh. I mean, he was excited. We all were in a group chat. We all texted him. Jalen Ramsey, Teron Armstead, Raheem Mostert, Jalen Waddle. Like we were just all congratulating him. There was some funny things that we threw in there just to, give him a hard time. But for the most part, sorry, I'll pay for it. But for the most part, that was unbelievable. To have a teammate like that, voted just best in the league, that doesn't get better than that.
It really doesn't get better than that, although our #1, Tim Hasselbeck, joins us now. Tim, what do you make of the top spot being now a wide receiver and not a quarterback?
Yeah, I think it's certainly surprising. I think people know it's a quarterback league. At the same time, I think you just understand the respect people have for Tyreek Hill, his speed, his versatility. Look, I think just about everybody on the defensive side of the ball fears him, and I think guys on the offensive side of the ball understand how extremely talented he is. So I'm surprised a little bit that it's not a quarterback, but I guess with Tyreek Hill, not completely surprised. I think the bigger surprise to me is that there weren't more quarterbacks just in general in the top 10. I thought that was a bit surprising, just with the way that guys can control the game at that position. But, I think the nature of the job sometimes changes, too, in terms of the physicality of it. So that maybe plays into it.
All right. And speaking of that, Tim, let's talk about the top 10 then. Understandably loaded, but sources confirm only 10 can make it. Who is notably absent? You.
The big surprise to me is no Micah Parsons. Just as I think most people look at him, especially now, is maybe the best defensive player in the game. And so there's obviously, a few defensive players on this list ahead of Micah Parsons. Think about it, in 3 seasons, every single year he's had at least 13 sacks. He's a guy whose versatility is probably unmatched on the defensive side of the ball. He can be an elite edge rusher, which he's proven to be. He'd be a stand-up inside backer, stand-up outside backer. Really incredible, how he can impact the game just because of the different places that you can line him up. So I was a little bit surprised, not only just not in the top 10, but all the way back at 17. I think that one was probably a little eye-opening.
Yeah, and he's just behind his teammate, Dak Prescott. And with all that star power, the Cowboys couldn't possibly miss the playoffs, right? Tim answers that coming up. Thank you so much.